Namaste. Welcome to the live session of Hanuman Chalisa. I hope I'm audible and the screen is visible. If there's any issues, please do type in the chat window. This is a hybrid class, so we will be having participants. So there may be noises, kindly bear with me. So now we start the session with Om 3 times. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 ब्रह्माद्वयं व्यापकमव्ययं च राजाधिराजं विशदं विराजं सीताभिरामं प्रणमामि रामं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीगुरुचरणसरोजरज निजमनमुकुरसुधार वरणौ रघुवरविमलयश जोदायकफलचार बुद्धिहीनतनुजानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बलबुद्धिविद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेश कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित अते। Refresh the screen to ensure that the right verse is on there. कवि कोविद कहि सुते कहाते. Yes, Rachna ji, it's refreshing. It takes there's a lag. So two shlokas, two verses we will learn together. Meanings are tied up. Then the next two we will learn together. Meanings are tied up. Okay. तुम उपकार तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा। राम मिलाए, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा, राजपद दीन्हा। राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा। राम मिलाए राजपद वही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा. Okay. Here there are no rights and wrongs really of pronunciation, but we should not say Rama milaye. Although logically we will think it is milaye only because it is actually in fourth vibhakti if you really look at it, but it is the lyrics are milaya. Okay, there. तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण विभीषण माना माना। तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना, तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, सब जग जाना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। टुगेदर तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना. Here also the word bhaya does not mean fear. We all, when I was a small child and I was chanting it, was happily Lankeshwara bhaya sab jag jana. The entire world knew about Lankeshwara's fear. The Lankeshwara had some fear and the whole world knew about it. It doesn't make sense. Actually the meaning is very different. When we see, we will understand how the word must be construed. It is not here, it is actually a bhaya. But it becomes in, because it is a verbally transmitted Chalisa, people obviously chant it the way we learn it and we hear it, right? So we say bhaya bhaya. It is actually bhaya. Okay, so now we'll see the meaning. A bolte na bhai. Uska meaning become. Okay, like bhudatu only it is in Sanskrit, so the meaning is become. Okay, we understand the meaning. So first is tuma upakara, tuma, you, upakara, help. Sugrivahi, to Sugriva. Sugrivahi, to Sugriva. So tuma upakara Sugrivahi, to Sugriva. Keenha, you did. We see now before Keenha refers to you did. You have done. Okay, did. You did a great help to Sugriva. That is the meaning of that line. You did a great help or favor to Sugriva. How? Rama milai, by helping him meet Rama. By helping him meet Rama. By making him meet Rama. Rajapada Deenha. Keenha means do, Deenha means gave. Did. Keenha means did. Deenha means gave. Okay, you gave Rajapada, you gave the position of kingship. By making him meet Rama, you gave him the position of kingship. Okay, rulership. So, this Rajapada has two meanings. You will understand as we explore the meaning. The basic meaning is this. You see, if you remember, 11 to 20 verses of Hanuman Chalisa talk about the magnificent deeds of Hanuman. 1 to 10 talk about his Kalyana Gunas, his strength, his valor, his size, okay, his bravery. 11 to 20 talk about all his brave deeds. 11 to 15 talked about which incident? Lakshmana's revival. Now 15 ke baad Tulsidasa decides one incident fatafat in each verse. Okay, but each incident can actually tie together and give you a deeper meaning along with the next shloka. So that's how we'll be seeing and understanding. So 𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗃 𝗔𝗵𝗂𝗺. By doing a great favor to Sugriva, you did a great favor to Sugriva. You did a great favor to Sugriva by 1 second. Navya. So you did a great favor to Sugriva by helping him meet Rama. So when did Sugriva meet Rama? We've seen the incident before. Where? 𝗔𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 mountains. When Sita was missing and Rama was going around looking for her. So what form did Hanuman take to meet Rama? A Brahmin form. Why did he do it? Because he wanted to find out whether Rama was a friend or foe. He wanted to know because Sugriva was very scared, thinking that Vali has sent one magician who has taken the form of this brave warrior who will come and kill me surely, because he himself cannot step into 𝗔𝗵𝗂𝗺. Maybe he sent an assassin. Okay, Sugriva was very scared. So now there is a nice deeper meaning here. We will see both shlokas together to understand who is Sugriva, who is Hanuman, and who is Rama in this whole relationship. So I'll put the question right now. Who is Sugriva, who is Hanuman, and who is Rama? Imagine a triangle. Top of the triangle is who? Rama. Okay, and then bottom there is Sugriva. Okay, and then the other vertex, which is very important to make a triangle is Hanuman. So who are the three? Hanuman, Sugriva, and Rama. Rama is a lord. So here, for some, what do you call? Throughout in Hanuman Chalisa, as per Ramabhadracharya's commentary, Hanuman is the guru. Hanuman is also the sadhu, the saint. Okay, he takes both the tones. So what is the role of a saint or a guru? The role of a saint or a guru is to lead us to God. So here Hanuman does something unique. What is the unique thing that? Is he leading us to God? In the sense, is he leading Sugriva to Rama, or is he leading Rama to Sugriva? Rama to Sugriva. Why do you think that is so?
Because we have so many things that we don't. We have so many fears and
we have so many fears. We are not willing to even drop those fears and trust ourselves and immerse ourselves in bhakti. We are embroiled in our fears alone. So a compassionate guru, what does he do? He says, you wait here, I will hold your hand. Wait, I will bring the Lord to you. He rouses the Lord and brings him to the bhakta and says, see, this man, you have to take him. This girl, you have to take her. And then you have to help her overcome her fear. Okay, so the fear of Sugriva was fueled by what?
His fear of Vali.
Fear of Vali, exactly. The fear of Sugriva was not fear of Rama. The fear of Sugriva was fear of Vali. So why was Sugriva fearful of Vali? Because in this example, because a powerful brother. We will see Sugriva Vali story in 2 minutes, and then we will understand more about the Sugriva Vali dynamics. But here, the Vali symbolizes something for us that we have to figure out. Now the triangle becomes a quadrilateral. Okay, so we have Rama, Samsarava, something more. We'll think. I'll tell the story of Vali and Sugriva. Then let's look at the characteristics of Vali and see who is Vali in this equation. Okay. Now, Sugriva was born of some deity. I had told you when I told you the story of Hanuman. Surya Bhagavan. So Surya Bhagavan had told, no, my son is born here. He is in the Kishkinda mountains. You should be with him always. So Hanuman came and became the minister of Sugriva. So Sugriva was born of Surya. Vali was also born of a divine being. Do you know who? Who? No. Huh? Another one. Now that you're thinking of all the devas and you're giving me one after the other names, give me the head of the devas. Indra. So Vali was the son of Indra. Okay. Now Vali and Sugriva were therefore of divine origin, as you all now know. So, 1 minute. Please keep on calling my I'll just cut the. Vali symbolizes
fears in the samsara.
fears.
Fears.
F-I-E-R-S, F-I-E-R-C-E or F-E-A-R-S? F-E-A-R-S. Fears of what? Fear of death. Huh? Okay. Vali's death. Very good. So here now both were very powerful brothers and they were ordered by Brahma. Okay. They were born to whom? But 𝗟𝗃 was the name of the monkey father of Sugriva and Vali. 𝗟𝗃. His job, he was born Riksha, R-I-K-S-H-A. I think I should type it even in this chat window. 𝗟𝗃. क्या? 𝗟𝗃 nahi, 𝗟𝗃. Now 𝗟𝗃 was born from the tilaka of Lord Brahma. The purpose of 𝗟𝗃's birth was to kill all the asuras. In the Kishkinda mountains, supposedly there were many semi-asuric beings, demons, etc. roaming around and tormenting people. Kishkinda mountains is a wild place. Okay, so in that place, to bring law and order, Brahma ordered that 𝗟𝗃 roam around the Kishkinda mountains and protect people by killing the asuras. Okay, to him was born Vali and Sugriva. Okay, after their father, they inherited the entire kingdom of Vanaras, which ruled out of Kishkinda. Okay, there was a buffalo demon called 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀. Okay, 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀 is a common name. It's used in many instances and for many things. But there was a demon called 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀, which was terrorizing all the all the devas. It was terrorizing all the people there near the Kishkinda mountains. It was terrorizing the creatures of the seas and the mountains. So the Lord of the Sea, Varuna, told, your match is there in Kishkinda. Go fight with him. That was Vali. Between Vali and Sugriva, who was a powerful brother? Vali, the elder one, and Indra's son was more powerful than Surya's son. Okay, so your match is there in the Kishkinda mountains. His name is Vali. So go challenge him, he told. So 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀 went and challenged Vali for a battle. Okay, in a place called the 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 mountains, which was in the Kishkinda kingdom, there was a fierce battle that raged between 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀 and Vali, in which who was killed? 𝗛𝗵𝗶𝗀 was killed. He was such a powerful asura that rivers and rivers and rivers and rivers of blood flew where he was slain. So what happened was, there was a Maharishi, sage called Matanga, who was doing tapasya in the 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 mountains. You know what was his favorite activity apart from doing tapasya? It was tending to all the young trees and plants around this hermitage. So one day he was in deep tapasya. Instead of being irrigated by water, his plants got irrigated by blood. So what happened to the plants? Dead. Matanga angry. So he got up from his tapasya and cursed Vali, saying that such an uncouth person who has managed to kill so many harmless, beautiful plants does not deserve to step into the 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 mountains. If you step into the mountain, you will die. Was the curse given to Vali. Okay, so Vali retired from 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 and said, okay, one small territory, okay, I will not trouble the Rishi, I also did something wrong. And obviously the curse was strong enough deterrent that he could not step into 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺. Meanwhile, 𝗛𝗵𝗵𝗀's son, what was his name? Mayavi. He came and challenged Vali, saying, you killed my father, now come, we'll see if you're a match against me. Mayavi, as the name suggests, was a person with magical powers. So he could change himself into various shapes. He had tremendous powers. He could grow to big size, small size. He could become invisible suddenly when fighting. So he was a very strong Rakshasa, but no match for Vali. Okay, so after a fierce battle raged between him and Vali, Mayavi ran into a cave. Vali chased him, saying, I'm going to kill this Mayavi. Done, enough. Meanwhile, Vali told Sugriva, you wait outside. If I don't come out, okay, if I call for help, you come. Okay, so he waited and waited and waited and waited patiently. Years rolled by, battle went on and on and on. Suddenly one deep keening sound was heard and blood started trickling. So Sugriva feared the worst. He thought his brother Vali had died. So he sealed the mouth of the cave with a big boulder, because he thought if Mayavi comes out, if he has killed my brother Vali, I am no match, I will definitely get killed, let me go run for safety. He sealed the mouth of the cave and ran back to Kishkinda. All the elders there told, oh no, the throne has been kingless for a few years now, it cannot be kingless anymore, you have to become the king. Sugriva did not agree. He did not want kingship. He said, I don't want Rajapada, I don't want to be the king. But all the ministers insisted and they crowned him the king. Meanwhile, Vali in the mountain felt betrayed. He said, my brother, he has sealed the mountain where I was fighting instead of coming to my rescue. He's such a terrible person. He's betrayed me. So he somehow managed to escape with brute strength. He dislodged that rock, came out with a thundering cry. Imagine after fighting for so many years, how weak he would be. But still he managed to dislodge the rock, came outside, went to Kishkinda, the court of Kishkinda, challenged Sugriva to a duel. Unto death, he said. Sugriva ran for his life to 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 saying, I don't want to duel to death with you, I know I will die. So Sugriva came to 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺 to be safe away from Vali. Meanwhile, what did Vali do? Took back the kingship and ruled. Who was Vali's wife and who was Vali's son? Tara and Angada. Very good. Angada was a crown prince. Now Sugriva was therefore fearing for his very life because one, his conscience told him that what he had done was wrong. Because he took a coward's way out. He could have easily met his death at the hands of Mayavi. That's what a Kshatriya is supposed to do. What did he do? Sealed the place and ran off. So he felt guilty. Second, he felt scared. Now tell me, what does Vali symbolize? Not only fear of death. Fear of the consequences of our mistakes. We make so many mistakes, yes or no?
Yes.
And many times, because we are scared of the consequences of our mistakes, what do? We run away, we lie, we hide, we put boulders on caves and go away. We do all kinds of things that will help us run away from the consequences of our mistakes. This is the classic human trap, which keeps us mired in samsara. So you have the quadrilateral now. The Jivatma, Sugriva, mired in samsara where it keeps running away from the negative karma that it has committed, and the Guru coming and then saying, okay, you are so scared, you are so frightened of everything around you. Wait, let me bring the Lord to you. Now tell me, you and I in those days, this was which Yuga did Ramayana happen? Treta Yuga. A person like Sugriva could actually have the good fortune of the Lord coming to him and saving him and giving him Rajapada. We'll see the story of how he challenged also shortly. But tell me, how in our Kali Yuga can we expect the Lord to come running because one Guru brought him? No. So what can we expect to come running to us? Something will come. Bhakti will not come running to us. What will come running to us? The Lord's name. The Lord's name will fall on your ear. That itself, in Kali Yuga, Lord's name is all powerful because Lord's presence is not there. The name is where the Lord is. So, when Lord's name falls in your ear, into your ears, slowly you will overcome your fears. And slowly you will be drawn into the path of bhakti. Which is why any satsanga we get, we should take. Okay? And not maintain sangha with BTS, as we discussed, right? So, now we come back to what happened to Vali and Sugriva. Rama met Sugriva. Rama was very deep in agony because he was in search of Sita. Sugriva was deep in agony because he was chased out of the kingdom by his brother Vali. So, they struck a pact of friendship. Rama said, you help me find Sita by sending your Vanara Sena in different directions to see where she could have gone, who could have abducted her, and I will help you gain back your lost kingdom. So what did he do? He sent Sugriva to challenge Vali. Sugriva went quaking in his boots to go and challenge Vali. First he doubted Rama's capability. I've told this sloka as a story in 𝗟𝗔 class about how Rama threw the tree, okay, to demonstrate how strong he was. Remember, convinced Sugriva. And then what happened? When Sugriva challenged Vali, Vali agreed readily to fight because he's been waiting for a chance to kill Sugriva anyway. So after the fight started, Rama could not distinguish between Vali and Sugriva. They were going so fast, whirling around in circles, each looked the same as the other, both being Vanaras. Rama was very confused, so he told Sugriva, stop, retire, challenge again to a battle, this time wear a garland. So Sugriva wore the garland, as you all know, challenged Vali to battle again. Vali came to battle, both fought, and this time Rama's arrow found its mark. Okay, there are many questions that people will ask about the dharma or adharma. We had discussed this in 𝗟𝗔 class. Still to refresh the memory, do any of you remember the answer that we discussed in the class as to why it is dharma? Why? Because people say no, Rama committed adharma by shooting an arrow from the back and killing Vali.
But then he was not a Kshatriya, he was a Vanara.
Correct, you remember, very good. So, he was following the laws of the jungle. He was not following the laws of Manavas. Okay, in a battle between a man and a man, you cannot fight from the back and kill. When you are fighting with an animal, you are allowed to kill the animal the way you have to. Okay, and second, he was also maintaining and keeping up his vow to Sugriva. So, he was discharging his dharma as a friend. So in both ways, what he had done was right only. So very good that we very quickly refreshed why killing Vali was not adharma. Killing Vali, just to recap, was not adharma because the rule and the law followed there was not the law of Manavas but law of the jungle. And second, Rama had maintained his vow to his friend. So he had maintained his dharma there as a friend. So he was allowed to do what he did. Okay. Please sir, please sir.
Rama wants to do Hanuman. It's easy. Like Vali is so stronger than he can fight. Vali, he would have many friends, right? He can easily fight Ravana.
Correct.
He didn't do that because Adharma is on the side of Vali.
Adharma is on the side of Vali. Why?
Why? Because he took Sugriva's wife.
He took Sugriva's wife and he chased Sugriva away. He did not trust his brother. His brother, Sugriva, was by nature not inclined to take the kingship.
Yes.
So Vali should have trusted his brother. Correct? You see the level of trust between Rama and Lakshmana. No? That level of trust was never there between Sugriva and Vali, nor will we see it between Ravana and Vibhishana. Okay, in Ramayana you have so many contrasting examples of how you should be as a brother and how you should not be as a brother. Vali was an example of how you should not be as a brother. And like, just in case Padmaji's voice was not audible, I will repeat the point that she made, which was very valid. The point is, Rama was on the side of dharma always. You can never compel him to commit adharma. If he wanted to, by taking friendship with Vali, he could have easily retrieved Ravana back. But in fact, this is what Vali tells him when he is dying. He tells Rama, if you had been friends with me, I would have found your wife and given her to you by now. Why are you friends with this weak brother of mine? Okay, so that was a reality. But still he was at the side of dharma because the one who had committed wrong will not be my ally. This was Rama's stand. Okay, so for all these reasons we find Rama can never be called anything but Vigrahavan Dharma, one who is a Vigrahavan of Dharma, one who is the embodiment of Dharma. Dharmagyascha Kritagyascha Satyavakya Dridhavrataha. So many beautiful adjectives are used to describe Rama. So he is always on the side of Dharma only. Okay, so having killed Vali, what happened? Because he killed Vali, he managed to make Sugriva the king of Kishkinda. But this does not satisfy our commentator. He says the real kingship given to Sugriva was not the kingship of Kishkinda. What was the real benefit? Raja Pada. Pada also has another meaning. Pada, one meaning is status, king's status. Another meaning Pada is what? Padadvayam. Padamboj. Feet. Whose feet? Raja here refers to Raja Rama. Raja Rama's feet he gave him. So the greater boon, see, kingship will come and kingship will go. But if you get feet of the Lord, if you get access to the feet of the Lord, that will lead you to moksha, direct. Okay. So the greatest phala that Hanuman bestowed on Sugriva was helping him take recourse to the feet of Raja Rama. So Raja Pada has a second meaning. One who gave recourse to the feet of Rama. Okay.
One who got recourse.
One who gave recourse. To whom? He quotes the rationale for this argument that Rajapada does not refer only to kingship of Kishkinda but the feet of Rama. By quoting from Ramacharita, he says, I'll read out the verse. जब सुग्रीव राम कहाँ देखा, जब सुग्रीव राम कहाँ देखा, अतिशय जन्म धन्य करि लेखा, अतिशय जन्म धन्य करि लेखा. So when Sugriva saw Rama, the first thing when he beheld Rama, he felt is my Janma's end has been met in the best way possible. So when he looked at Rama, he didn't look at him as, hey, he is going to give me Kishkinda Rajapada. He looked at him as a person who is going to give him, who is giving him moksha. Okay, so my Janma's my Janma's phala has been met. Yes, Rachnaji, there will be talking in the background because as I have mentioned earlier, right at the start of the class, this is a hybrid session. We are trying our best to keep a noise-free environment, but because it is a physical as well as an online class, there is noise in the background. Kindly excuse and bear with it. Okay, so now we come to the next stanza meaning. Which one is that? Tumharo mantra vibhishana mana lankeshwara bhay sab jag jana. Tumharo, your. Tumharo, your. Mantra. Mantra does not refer to mantra or shloka. Mantra refers to advice. We say mantri, no? Why do we call a person a mantri? Because he's an advisor. Okay, mantra, your advice. Vibhishana, Vibhishana, mana, followed. Mana we know, no? In Hindi same, mana, followed. So your advice, Vibhishana, followed. Yes, Aarti ji, very valid point. I will read out your point for the sake of the physical class students also. Vali is also blessed here. Because she says Vali is also blessed because he too is ultimately relieved by Bhagavan Vishnu himself. It is not just Sugriva who got Rajapada, but even Vali. Vali's fate became wonderful ever since he got slain at the hands of Rama. So leaving the physical body is the least of the troubles that he had to undergo. He was blessed because he was slain by the Lord. In fact, you know, no, Jaya and Vijaya. Why did they pray that they should be killed by Vishnu alone?
Because anyway they will be born on the
Earth.
So instead of having a long life and being away from Vishnu, we will have short lives.
Short lives, and even their Sangati with Vishnu, even their company with Vishnu. Because they were not cursed to be born as sages. If they were cursed to be born as great people, then they would have wished for that probably. But their thing was, let me be with Vishnu as much as I can in whatever way possible. To get slain at his hands also is great blessing. Understood? Okay. So now, Tumharo mantra Vibhishana mana, your advice Vibhishana accepted, followed. Lankeshwara. Who is Lankeshwara? Tell me. That is a common mistake everyone makes. What do you think Lankeshwara is? Now think. Lankeshwara means what? One who rules Lanka. Lanka's king. Lankeshwara Bhaye became. Vibhishana became Lanka's king. Okay, Lankeshwara Bhaye. Vibhishana became Lanka's king. Sab jag jana. The whole world knows this. Okay, so this does not mean the whole world knows about the fear of Ravana. That makes no sense at all. Right? What this means, you could have also said, oh, the whole world knows that Ravana is very scary. So I rationalized to myself like that. That's wrong meaning. Basically what it means is, Vibhishana took Hanuman's advice and became the king of Lanka. This is known to the whole world. Okay, so in the previous class, I had told, not previous class, probably in the Sundarakanda episode, I had told you how when he crossed the ocean and he roamed a whole night in Lanka searching for Sita, he heard one Ramanama coming from Vibhishana's house. Remember? Yes. And then he immediately took the form of a Brahmin and met Vibhishana. Correct? Vibhishana then said, oh, who will lead me to the Lord? I am missing him. At least in the case of Sugriva, Sugriva is born to whom? Surya. Whereas me, I have no link to Surya Bhagavan. Rama is from the Surya Vamsha. So he obviously will help his own Kula person. I am not of his Kula. I am of which Kula? Asura Kula. Why will he even help me? So what will lead me to him? He asked. We'll just shortly see the answer to that question. So meanwhile, Hanuman says, don't worry, don't fear. The Lord is not swayed by the birth of a person. If he was swayed by the birth of a person, would he have given moksha to Gajendra? No. Would he have given moksha to an elephant? No. Would he have given moksha to some sinner like Ajamila? No. Why does he give moksha to anyone? What is the criteria? He says here, Janata hu, I know, Janata hu as Swami Bisari, Janata hu as Swami Bisari, Phirahi te kahe, न हो ही दुखारी, न हो ही दुखारी. This is also from Ramcharitamanas. What does Hanuman say? You don't have to do anything. If you keep thinking of the Lord and you keep only contemplating and fixing your mind on Him, how can you have any kind of sorrow? How can you experience any kind of separation? Remember how the Gopikas said after Krishna left, what did they say? What did they tell the minister who had come behind to ask how they were? What did they say?
They said that he asked them to come. He said, no,
we will be here. Why?
We will be here and think of
Krishna, because Krishna is always with us. He is sporting in our minds always. So when Bhagavan is always with us, there is no sorrow. This is what he tells Vibhishna. So do not wander around aimlessly thinking that you don't have the Lord with you. If you think of him, he is with you. He is so kind. All you have to do is close your eyes and say, Rama, Rama is with you. You don't have to go to a temple to see Rama. Rama is with you in your mind. That doesn't mean when your mother asks you to go to temple, Sukrit, you say, I closed my eyes, I saw Rama, he is there, should I go? So why do we go to temples? Again, back to the same question which we answered many years ago. Why do we go to temples? To worship and to purify our senses. All our senses will become attuned to the Lord. Now suddenly one thing will be coming on TV, suddenly one WhatsApp message will come, some interesting thing will happen outside the house, window, somebody will call us for playing cricket. Right? In temple, nobody will call us for playing. Cricket should be played. We should not stop playing cricket. That's not my point. My point is, when we are thinking of Rama, let it be exclusively Rama. Okay? Not Rama, not chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam and scrolling up the phone. I am also guilty of that. Okay, so now we come to why is Hanuman saying this to Vibhishna. He says this to Vibhishna to make him feel happy. He says, don't worry, if you think of Rama, he'll be with you. Then Vibhishna says, we will strike a deal. Remember, there Rama and Sugriva struck a deal. Rama said, take me to Sita, I will give you the kingship. Here Hanuman and Vibhishna strike a deal. You take me to Rama, I will give you access to Sita. How access to Sita? This is in 𝗟𝗵𝗃. This is not there in Valmiki Ramayana. In Valmiki Ramayana, Hanuman takes the shape of a small monkey, enters Ashokavana, hides in the tree and sees Sita and talks to her. We have seen the story in Sundrakanda story explanation.
He sends his daughter.
No, here actually in the first part he says, I will send my daughter with you. But Hanuman takes the form of whom I didn't tell at that time. I left it as a suspense for this class. Hanuman took the form of Vibhishana. Because only Vibhishana and Ravana are the only two males allowed inside the Ashokavana. So Vibhishana told him, you take my form, and Hanuman, you know, has all the Ashtasiddhis. He can obtain any shape he wants. He obtained the shape of Vibhishana and he took, taking the form of Vibhishana, he entered Ashokavana guided by Vibhishana's daughter. Right? And after entering Ashokavana, you know the story. How he got Sita. Then how did Vibhishana get access to Rama?
By being allowed to join Rama to fight Ravana.
When Vibhishana fell at the feet of Rama and said, I am surrendering to you, please save me. Do you know what Sugriva said?
He is not Ravana's kingdom.
He is the enemy. Don't trust the enemy. But do you know what Hanuman said? Anyone who falls at the feet of my Lord, who is surrendering like this, is definitely a Bhagavata. His birth doesn't matter. That is the role of a guru. A guru is supposed to go and argue with God about the person. He is a sinner, no. No. He has now fallen at your feet. He is a good person. Give him a chance. Okay. So correct Vaishnavite guru he is. Who? Hanuman. But here he takes Vibhishana to the Lord. Unlike in the case of Sugriva, when he takes the Lord to Sugriva, here he takes Vibhishana to the Lord. Okay, and argues for him as a guru is supposed to do. And say, please forgive him, please allow him. Although his birth is that of a Asura, he is actually a good person because he is surrendered to you. So, thus you see how Vibhishana became the Lord of Lanka through Rama's bhakti. But here also, Lankeshwara, although the phrase only talks about how he became Lankeshwara, the king of Lanka, the meaning is a lot more. The thing that he got in return for being Lankeshwara was actually a lifetime of Ram Bhakti. Okay, after Rama won the war against Ravana, Vibhishana did not want to allow Rama to go back to Ayodhya. He said, you rule. Why do I have to rule? You rule. But Rama said, no, that is not the natural way of things. You become the king and I will go back to my kingdom. Okay, there are many stories about Vibhishana and Rama. We hopefully in later state we will see. There is an interesting story about the Srirangam temple, about a couple of other temples also related to, and about Shivalingas also consecrated by Vibhishana. We'll see those stories later. So I think we have seen the meaning of these two shlokas completely. Any doubts? So these two shlokas basically summarize the role of Hanuman in bringing bhaktas to the Lord and in bringing Lord to the bhaktas. Next two are about two other kinds of deeds. They also go together. So with this we close today's session with Om. 3 times. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Dhanyavada. Okay, if there are any questions in the live stream, I'll answer those and close the session. Yes, most of your answers that you have submitted are all right, and kind of Lanka, this and Krishna's all. Yes, Parulji, you're right. Okay, yeah, I don't think there are any questions, so I'll close the session. Dhanyavada. So we'll meet next Friday. Thank you.